Yep, it's time. It's time, Raheem Morris. You're going to have to get asked about it. What a brutal loss for the Falcons last night. I saw one of those chances to make the playoff metric went from 79% to 15 with the loss. Brutal. Late in the fourth quarter, score tied, Atlanta driving. Raheem Morris failed to call a timeout. He had 2 in his pocket.
Yep.
They forced a play incomplete. They settled for a 56-yard field goal. When the kid kicked it, I was like, yes! Falcons are going to win. It's over. And it was like, what, 6 yards short?
It wasn't close.
Colin, just brutal. So Raheem Morris was grilled about it. And listen, I'll say this. He owned it.
Probably could have. I thought we can get to the line of scrimmage with our operation, be a little bit faster there, get him there without going on the fast on our ball, try to save that timeout. In hindsight, could have been a good decision or a better decision to take that timeout, but I wanted to have the opportunity to move up there. So, always second-guess those things. You can always second-guess those motives. You can always go back and look at him, see if you can get it snapped a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
At least he owned it. He screwed up badly. They're not going to the playoffs, Colin. Did you see the line for Saints at Bucks? It's like 13.5. Tampa's favored. The Bucks have...
you know what's crazy about this league? The Giants and the Raiders... I mean, there is no tanking in this league. The Giants...
What do you mean? There's like 9 teams with like 4 wins.
I know, but it's like the Giants and the Raiders could have played backups.
Okay.
Raiders played their best game of the year, and the Giants may have played their first or second best game of the year. This is what you know about the NFL. You cannot ask coaches and players, hey, take the foot off the pedal.
Unless you make guys,
unavailable.
Inactive. Yeah, inactive for the game. Regarding the Falcons, this is the only division winner you missed, right?
No. So I got the AFC all right.
Yeah.
And the NFC, I got the Eagles right and the Rams right. I had the Packers beating the Lions second, and I got this wrong. The NFC said I had Tampa in second.
Nobody had Tampa Bay winning this. Well, everything was lined up for the Falcons here.
Yeah. And that's why the Falcons deserve criticism. They just do. The silver lining is this. You got your quarterback. Penix was awesome. Penix was really, really awesome and impressive. He stepped up big time. He showed what he's worth. And they put a lot on his plate, too much on his plate for his second start in a gotta-have-it win, on the road. Like, I don't really know what they were doing. They only ran the ball 23 times. They had Penix throw 35 times. I mean, it was a weird game plan, quite frankly, if you're trying to win that game. And the timeouts, oh man, when you're watching that in real time, you're just like, again, you have a rookie quarterback. What are you doing? You're not good enough. These guys think that they run their teams and coach their teams and make decisions with their teams how they think things should be done rather than what your team should do. In a perfect scenario, right, you don't call a timeout. You are able to get to the line, snap the ball, etc., etc. But it's actually so perfect because I think it was the Packers didn't use their timeouts in a way that Tom Brady thought they should. I think it was that. And Tom Brady kind of went down through his thing of like, okay, from 30 seconds to a minute, you use this timeout. Like he kind of explained like, when you want to use your timeouts. And it was kind of perfect. It was kind of perfect because Tom Brady's going to know. Tom Brady's going to know. And in that situation, it's so obvious you call a timeout. It's so obvious. And it's painful because now you're leaving your rookie quarterback with like 18 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever it is, to try to like run a couple more plays. Like it just doesn't make sense. Just call the timeout right away. You got a huge chunk play. You got the first down. Just call the timeout. Just call the timeout. Now the objective, because now you would have significantly more time. You would then be able to, because now all you do is need like 10 yards or something. And if you did want to then quickly like spike it or something, then you could, like, it's easier to get to the line in a shorter distance of time. So it just doesn't make sense. And yeah, you directly lose the game because of that. You also got bailed out a little bit with the pass interference. I mean, who knows what would have happened in that play. But it's just frustrating to see, honestly. I think Penix played honestly awesome considering it was his second game in his NFL career. I think it was very, very, very impressive. You'd be impressed with that game if it was his 10th start. If he started from day one, you would be pretty impressed. You would be pretty happy. So I think he looked sharp. He looked decisive. Even when things were clearly not perfect. Has the interception. Was able to communicate why he felt that, things went wrong. Collinsworth could not stop praising him throughout that whole broadcast. He made some big, big plays, big, big throws. That's all you're looking for, I guess, at this point, if you're a Falcons fan. Seriously, I talked about this with Bo Nix and Jaden and Caleb and Troy Aikman kind of came out and was like, listen, when you got a rookie quarterback, it's a successful season if you leave the season feeling that that's your franchise quarterback of the future. And now we've only seen 2 games, but that's what it feels like with Penix. There's something clearly there. There's great talent is there. Wildly impressive, big-time moments. He made big-time throws and big-time moments. And that's the definition of a franchise quarterback. And it's his second game. And that's why it's so devastating if you're a Falcons fan, because you should be able to you should be able to have your cake and eat it too. You should be able to get that win, get yourself into the playoffs, and be like, hey, we got a quarterback, let's go. But you're running the ball pretty well. Do that more. Use your timeouts. But the Falcons just weren't ready for this game. Compared to the Commanders. The Commanders gave you 13 penalties. 13 penalties. That should be an all but guarantee win. But they couldn't tackle. They had bad tackling. Drop passes. You gotta be able to make plays when you have a rookie quarterback. Because your rookie quarterback's not going to be perfect. He's not supposed to be perfect. It's not his job to be perfect. All the other players around, they're the ones that need to support that quarterback. This is his second start. You got to tackle. How many times was it okay, great, it's going to be 4th down now? Nope. That extra effort got them the 1st down now. Jaden's going to Jaden. Jaden's a top quarterback, man. He's going to be special. He's going to make those plays. That just is what it is. But some of the other stuff, no. They just were not aggressive. And it showed. It showed. It's frustrating. It really, really is. Because the playoffs were right there. This game was right there. And when you have it happen like this, it's a tough pill to swallow. It's a tough pill to swallow. And I think Falcons fans deserve to be angry. I think they deserve to kind of really be angry at coaching. I think they deserve to be why didn't Penix play a game earlier? Would they not even be in this situation? The way how this whole thing unfolded, Falcons fans deserve to be mad. And I'm from the side that you hold your franchise's feet to the fire. They don't deserve the grace. They have not earned it. Certain franchises deserve grace. Certain ownership, certain coaching staff, players deserve it. The Falcons do not have that equity. They do not deserve it. They do not deserve it. Their decisions do not warrant that. So the fans should be angry, and they should be loud about their anger. They should be grateful and happy that they have Penix and that it seems like their franchise is going to be moving in the right direction. But everything else, you should be livid. It's the appropriate reaction. It's the appropriate response. You had the playoffs for your taking. This division has been a mess. The Panthers, the Saints, the Bucks, and you can't come away with this? It's indefensible. It is. It's indefensible. There's no other way to look at it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Atlanta Falcons dropping the ball here? Are you okay with it? Do you defend it a little bit? Do you think, this is just the way it goes? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, Let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.